Hello, hello. This is the my artifact episode number 2413. वाजले आता रात्रीचे 9 वाजले आहे. आजची तारीख आहे 14 नोव्हेंबर 2021. आता वाजले रात्रीचे 9. So what I need to talk about it. First of all, I completed my encoding. And what is encoding? Sorry, the pronounce is really wrong. I completed my all the artifact episode. I compress all those video artifact episode. Before it was take size almost like a 1.3 TB terabyte, but right now it takes almost like a 700 GB, and which is very great, trust me, just like half of the size. So what does it mean, like why you did it, and what is this advantage, like what you gonna take with it? So is that thing like that key I am actually facing some sort of the storage issues. Okay, because of that I have so many things, videos actually, mostly artifact episode, and basically artifact episode is bit really important for me. Okay, and this important thing I need to be take backup. Okay, so if like a one copy is bitly corrupted, then I have the another copy which is with me, and or maybe this I have data, this is bitly corrupted, then I have another backup at my home. So I'm bit really fearless that I didn't really lose my data. Okay, and this has actually happened with me before, the day before, uh, that my hard disk is corrupted. Okay, the 2 TB hard disk is corrupted, and during this time I lost so much amount of data. Okay, but thankfully I have that backup. Okay, I personally think, I actually thinking from the beginning is that I always take backup from the artifact. I'll always take 2 backup of artifact episode. So that's why all those 5 years right now I have artifact episode with me. Because of that I am taking backup, always taking backup. Okay, but during time the artifact episode, the length and the time and the size of the artifact episode became really larger. Okay, before that it was almost like a 100 GB, then 200 GB, 400 GB, 800 GB, then right now almost like a 1.3 TB after 5 years, and it will be increased during this time. So basically is that key, if you have that much amount of data, then obviously you need to buy another storage drive, like a hard disk and things like that. But right now I didn't have any money to buy a new storage drive. Okay, so what I did is that I compress my data. Okay, so after I compress it, just compress it, and then it will be really helpful for me to create 2 backup. Before I have almost like a 1.3 TB, which is really massive file size, which is really difficult to take backup because I need to spend almost like a 2.6 TB, and 2.6 TB is very different storage. I didn't have any storage, like I have almost like a 2 TB storage and 1 TB in hard disk. So how should I do that? Okay, so that's why I compress my all those artifact episode, and the final result is 700 GB, which is really good, and I didn't really lose any data. Yeah, I didn't really lose anything. It's just like I check every single file and everything is good, everything is really great. So it's really good to me. It take almost like a 3 days, like I started almost like a 3 days ago, and I compress almost like a level 2, level 1 folder and level 2 folder. Level 3 folder I didn't really compress because it's not like a level 3 is like level 1, level 2 is already done. Okay, so it's right now my life is going on the level 3. So there are so many things on that level 3, so I'll be figure it out, yeah, when. But I didn't really think that I next time I need to be create something really uh, compress my video, because next time I will be buy another storage drive. Okay, because of that I will have that enough money to buy another storage drive, and then it will be really good. So yes, so this is the storage. Okay, but what about your project? Let me talk you seriously. Is that I didn't really work on my project from last 3 days. Yeah, yes, like just nothing. I didn't really write any script. I just kind of like that came. Yeah. And there is my mother. She says that you need to showcase your face because it's really important to be practical, that who you are and what you are. Is that like I let my people, I let my videos saw to the people, and they have like whatever the people like my mother and my friends, they will says that you need to show your face, like the people need to know who you are. Okay, and that is also really important because I also really experienced that why do you watch Peter McKinnon video. Okay, if that video just represent his face, then it doesn't really make any sense who is talking and who is not talking. So visual experience is really important, and you need to show your face. Yeah, that's why so that's why I am decided that my next project is a Nashik project, so I will definitely show my face. Okay, because of that before it doesn't have any production, it just have just a voiceover, but right now I just show my face to properly elaborate things. Okay, it take little bit of hard because voiceover is kind of like a bit really easy, that you have just have to be record your voiceover just by reading the script. But in this time you don't have to read the script, you have to express your emotions, thought according to the script on the camera without looking the script. So little bit of difficult, but you have to do that. Till then, like how much time you have to do this, when you will be really comfortable while talking. Okay, so my first initial thought for making my video in Hindi, that is that I need to take sessions. What session? Basically right now you can see me, you can hear I am talking in English. That is because of that I took the class of English. I took the English sessions almost like a 4-6 months ago, and I was constantly doing the English sessions every day. Like I was constantly talking in English. I was like whatever, I just talk, I just record. I still have that videos. Okay, and that sessions will really help me. I was constantly talking almost like an hour and 2 hour, constantly talking about like I make so many mistakes, and still I am making so many mistakes, but it's kind of like a giving you confidence that it's really good. Hindi is the language is literally comfortable. Sorry, Hindi is the language that you didn't really focus on. Why? Because of that my main purpose of deciding language, like which language should I choose, my first initial thought is English. Why? Because of that it's really good, everyone understand. I wanted to be express my emotions in English. Okay, but soon as I realized that no, this is not, because of that because of that oh boy, because of that most of the people didn't really understand the English. I'm talking about Indian audience. So that's why you need to express your thoughts and emotions in Hindi. Okay, so is that I am a bit really difficult while talking in Hindi, because It's I don't think that it will take too much time for me, but still, like I need to talk Hindi very much fluently, like when I talk Marathi or when I talk, like I need to talk very catchy, really good. Okay, so from tomorrow, I need to start Hindi session. Okay, basically what I have to do is that ki from tomorrow, right now what you did, okay, first of all it's just like the you already compress your data, so you just have to create backup. Okay, first of all, that's the most important part of it. Okay, after you creating backup, meanwhile during this backup you have to be write your script. It's not a script actually, you don't have to be tell everything but like word by word, no, you just have to be point like what is the thing you wanted to say. Okay, like while talking you don't need to be hassle like which point should I be talk. Okay, the point like while you writing the script, do realize that it's bit really inspired and bit little travel. Okay, so take 2 points with it. So you need to like write some of the points which you have to talk on the video. Okay, that's the most important part of it. And then and during you are creating backup. Okay, you have to do this after the end of this artifact episode. Okay, from tomorrow morning, initially tomorrow morning, if is there any work remaining from the scripting, you have to keep doing this thing. Or if it done by tonight, then you have to keep practice about Hindi sessions. So I will start Hindi sessions from tomorrow morning. I have already so many questions. Okay, so you just have to give them answer in Hindi. Okay, so which will be very much fluent to you, and you will be really good. And don't use bhai all the time, because it's not really appropriate word for most of the people. Yeah, it's kind of like a bit really cool for the guy, and this is kind of the word you have to use with your friends, but your video is watching thousands of people's. So basically it's really important to tell your emotions and thought process with the really proper language that people really understand. Okay, yeah. So and if I'm bit really comfortable while scripting, like my scripting done and my Hindi session is done, then you have to do your production. So where should we go for the production? You need to go for production is that I'm thinking two camera setup. Yeah, that's two camera setup. Okay, mask things that you don't really know, and exposure is down. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I will do that. So yeah, so tomorrow you have to start your production. Okay, like tomorrow's date is 15th November. Okay, so if you did it at 15th November, that means you have almost like a 16, 17 and 18, 3 days for editing. And will you be done at 3 days? I am not really sure, but I try. Okay, but is that my production part is that my main target is production. If my production is done till the end of tomorrow, or maybe till the end of day after tomorrow, then I am literally free, that I know that I can edit properly. Okay, because editing part is like a basically, first of all, first like when I started as a YouTube, I was think that editing is the only way that you can put your emotions, thoughts, and editing is the only way that you can emphasize your video even further. I know it's really great, but there is not just editing. Okay, there are so many things matter, like before editing is a pre-production, production is really important factor. I was completely neglecting this part, and right now from this like a Sachi and all those things from this video, I realized that pre-production and production is really important. Production means like not just shooting and things like that. Production means like how do you tell your story to the people. Okay. Also another thing is that your content is travel. Okay, and as also your content is actually some of the historical parts or some of the historical things, so which is really important to tell your emotions, thought process and script in very fluent language that people is usually understand with it. Okay, but there is, I am bitterly scared about one thing, like if I talk in Hindi, then it's bitterly difficult for me to be in English. Okay, I know, but let me tell you one thing. You need to make your artifact episode in English. Okay, like from tomorrow is like this is it. Okay, you have to make your English because English is really important. You have to be put your 2 foot at like English and Hindi is really important, but you have to keep doing your artifact episode in English. Okay, because if you didn't really did any English, that is why, let me tell you one thing is that my surrounding is not English. Okay, so if I didn't really make English artifact episode, then I will be not really comfortable in English. Okay, and then I start over again to be into in English. Okay, so and Hindi is actually is that key. I know that my surrounding and my people is actually sometimes some people talk Hindi and I do understand Hindi, so it's bitterly relevant. Okay, it's not really difficult, and as also like whenever I went, and I am not really I'm not really bitterly feels that कि ये मेरे से होगा नहीं, ऐसा ऐसा तो कभी ऐसा, like right now I can talk really good Hindis too. Okay, so you just have to be keep your graphs root on the language is bitterly good. So yes, all right, so everything is good, everything is fine. Also I did something really wrong today, and what is that? I masturbate. What? You masturbate yesterday? Yeah. And you masturbate today? Yeah. भाई पागल तो नहीं हो गया यार? Is that कि why are you doing this thing? Like क्यों कर रहा है यार? क्यों अपनी सेहत के साथ खराब कर रहा है? I know this is a mistake, it happens, but it should not happen. Don't you realize that this is not? Dude, तेरे को पता है कि इससे क्या होता है? You know all those things, you know all the disadvantages, but you still did this. Why? Actually is that ki like my parents are not at home. Okay, so and I don't have any work because my system is busy with the encoding and I didn't have to do anything. So this is not the reason, dude. This is really not the reason. No, actually this is the reason. This is actually never happened in last 10 years, and you did this in a row, like yesterday, and you did it today. I am kind of like taking all those blame and responsibility of things, and I am actually thinking is that this shouldn't be happen in the future. Listen bhaiya, listen, you have to do this thing, then I have to take the schedules. Okay, right now it's the 14th November. Okay, you have to do it after 5 days, so that means you have to do it at 19th or 20th November. Did you understand that? Yeah. Okay, and please don't do it. Okay, so this is it, this is the my artifact episode number 2413. Right now we are at Wardha, Maharashtra. Thank you.